Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Elaine and today we are doing the very last prompt for Junk Journal July 2025, which is gold. I can't believe we've made it to the end. This is the first time I have ever managed to finish a challenge, like a journaling challenge, or when I used to do booktube, I used to do readathons quite a bit. And I don't think I ever managed to actually complete my goals or all of the challenges in a readathon. But I'm so proud. I'm so happy that I managed to do this for Junk Journal July, and it was so much fun. I enjoyed it so much. Hopefully that I will be able to take part in the next one. We have Junk Journal January. There's also December Daily, or I can never say it, Defemember, that 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Heinzel host. So hopefully I will be able to take part in those at some point as well. So for today we have gold. I have to say I've enjoyed doing this challenge so much. It was such a joy to fill this little journal. I really enjoyed it, and it's more of what I've ended up doing is more of a creative journal or an art journal than say a junk journal where you use junk and found ephemera and stuff like that. But so what we're doing today for gold, I did this part last night. I hope you're able to see this. It's very sunny today, so I've had to close the curtains in here because I was getting all these really harsh light lines and deep shadows. So we might take a closer look at this, and I'll show you actually how I did this. I did this last night to make sure the paint would be dry, because this marbling paint takes a very long time to dry. So this is the paint that I used. It is to give a honeycomb effect when it dries, and you have to put down quite a good amount of it to get it to do the honeycomb effect. So what I did was I placed down this fabric, this webbing fabric that I used yesterday on this spread. We used it here, and I thought having these spaces would create like these little pockets for the paint to, you know, bunch up in, to stay in, to collect. That's it, so that we'd get a nice marbling effect there, and I think we did. Worked out quite well. So I'll show you now how I did this. So I think it worked out really well. It did move around quite a bit as it was drying, which is surprising at all. I kept it by an open window, and I was blowing a fan on it because the smell is very strong off this paint. So I think it worked out quite well. I really like how it turned out. So now for the rest of this one for gold, I'm thinking of putting down some washi on the edge, because it has this nice color. Actually, zoom out again. It has this nice color, and I'm going to go over it with one of my other gold paints. And I have this that came in the Rituals Advent Calendar from Christmas. It has this nice little gold on it, and inside is this, they call it a bracelet. Yeah, a bracelet. It's just like a piece of twine with a charm on it of like a sun. So I would like to use this in some way. I'm not sure exactly how. I would like to include the envelope as well. It's this nice acetate envelope. So if I can come up with something to use that, both of these, not too concerned about that card for this one anyway. And this paperclip now, all of the paint went in around it, so that paperclip can't be moved, but that's fine. Let's start and see what we come up with. I'll have to try keep the book like this so I don't end up with paint just running down here all the time. Gonna have to turn on my fan. It is so warm. have to turn on the fan. It's too warm, but my cats are not fans of the fan. They act like it's some kind of monster. I want to make sure this edge stays down. Glue just is not strong enough on washi tape. I might actually try to bring in some blue into this since we have this twine. Normally put some paint on a palette, but I'm feeling kind of lazy. I'm just gonna dip it down. This is an acrylic ink. I got it in the range, I think, so it's not like a brand one or anything like that, but it works perfectly fine. Actually, after putting down a bit too much, I put down way too much. Just use the eyedropper to take some of it back again, because I don't want to cover over too much of my lovely marbling color. This is why you use a palette. What I'll do is I'll just put some gold onto my spine. Okay, I think we've gotten a nice blending in there for our background. Okay, let's try adding a bit of blue to this. I'm going to use watercolor. I think it should move around quite a bit and just kind of give me some staining. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. First, I'm going to put my envelope around here. So let's see. Got some kitchen roll. I actually quite like that. I wasn't sure at first, but I quite like that. I hope the camera is picking up the colors nicely. I don't want much of it on the marbling. Okay, I think that's loads. So let's wait for that to dry and see what kind of an effect we get. Oh, it's starting to pour. So I quite like how that turned out. It looks a lot lighter now that it dried, but I like the effect that it has next to the marbling. So I just glued down that little bracelet onto the envelope just here and on the side, because I didn't like how it looked when it was tied. So I just wrapped it around it and tied and glued it down. So I'm going to put this on the edge here because I don't want to cover up this lovely paint here. So I think somewhere around here would be nice. And what's the best way to do this now, because this type of paper tends to wrinkle when you use wet glue? What I might do is just glue the edge like that, and it will make it kind of a double pocket. So we'll just put the glue around the outside. So now, let me see, it still needs a bit more, but I'm not entirely sure what to do. We have our lovely gold elements, maybe some more elements from that chapter 1 kit. An envelope won't work. Maybe, I think these are all actually too big. Just about fit. Not sure I want to put something in it actually. Quite like these two more vintage ones. I like having the owl in there. We still need something else. So I just decided to add a few little washi stickers just to add a little, you know, a few accents to the page. So this is it. This is our very last spread for Junk Journal July 2025. And I really, really enjoyed it. It was so much fun. I really loved doing this one. I love using the gold paint. I love having reasons to try out the the marbling paint, try out different techniques. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed this challenge. I learned so much about journaling. I really enjoyed trying out new techniques, and I loved interacting with everyone else who's been taking part in the challenge and seeing everyone else's creations. It was so inspiring to see how people do things and get different ideas and just to interact with other people. It was a lot of fun. So I want to thank Creativity and Coffee for hosting the challenge. I'm sure you know her already, but if you don't, you should definitely check out her channel. It's going to be listed below in the description. And yeah, that's it. I will do a full flip through video of the completed journal. Maybe in a week or so I will have that up. So thank you so much for joining me for this challenge, and I will see you in the next one.